Hello everybody! Welcome to another class. So far we have been learning all about jobs. Remember what we did last week? Last week we were vets and we took care of animals. Yeah? Today we're going to be doing another job. And that job is included in the category of artists. So, what's an artist? An artist is a person that creates art. But art can come in many different ways, right? Music is art, painting is art, sculpting is art, also singing and dancing is art. So there's many ways of expressing art. Today we're going to be doing a specific type, but first we're going to learn the names of the people who do these arts. So they are artists, but they have also another name. For example, this one. What do you call the artist that creates music? Do you know? So a person that's an artist and creates music is called a musician. A musician. Okay? The next one is the person or the artist that creates paintings or portraits. Do you know what that's called? That's called a painter. And that's the most common way of art. So normally, if you only say artist, you are referring to a painter. Okay, another one. What's the name of the artist that creates sculptures? So sculptures are like rocks or something made of another material that look like objects or people. So for example, if now I take clay and I create the shape of my head like this, I make a head, that would be a sculpture. And I will be a sculptor. Sculptor. And the last one that we're going to learn today is the next one. It's the person or the artist that dances professionally. That is called a dancer. Okay? So there's many more different ways of creating art. And every day there's one new that comes up. So art is in everything. And there's a lot of people who create art for a living. But these are the ones that we're going to learn for now. And today we're going to be one of them. Can you guess which one? Today we are going to be painters. So let's get our protection so we don't get all messy, and let's start with being painters. So, in order to be real artists, we need to know the specific vocabulary that painters use. So, we're going to learn some words now, okay? Let's get ready. So the first word is very easy. It goes in the name. It is paint. So what's paint? Paint, it's what you use to create a painting or a drawing. So it's the stuff that you take and color with. It's the material. It can be red, yellow, blue, and that's what's going to create your drawing in the end. Then we have paint brushes. So brushes are like the ones we use for our teeth or for our hair. But this time it's paint brushes. So it's a brush that's not a toothbrush, it's a paint brush. So it's the tool, the long tool that we use to paint with. And then we have watercolors. So watercolors is similar to paint, but they are hard and solid, and we need some water so they can come out and paint. Normally, they are not as pigmented and they are more transparent. They are so liquidy, they are very fun to play with on paintings because we can do many different things with them that we would not be able to do with paint. And now, a very, very important part of a painter's job is the canvas. So the canvas is like a big chunky paper that you put like this so that you can paint properly. It's like a big piece of paper, but it's designed and made specifically for paint. So it's chunky and it doesn't come through. It's very nice to paint something there. And now we need to learn the last word, that is the paint palette. So the paint palette is normally about a circle or an oval. Material could be plastic or wood sometimes or something like that. And it's a place where you can put your different colors, your different paints, and then you can take from it, you put your finger in, and you take the paint from there and you paint on your canvas. So it's very helpful, so you have all of those colors there distributed. Okay, so now that we know all of these things, we're ready to start doing our activity. So today we're going to be doing two activities for two different types of paintings. So there's two main types of paintings, the realistic ones and the abstract ones. Realistic means that we are creating a painting of an object or a landscape or a person that exists in real life. And an abstract drawing is a drawing with colors and shapes and things that don't exist in real life. So you can do it however you like. So first, we're going to start with the abstract drawing. So for this task, the material you will need is some paper, pen, pencil, rubber, or anything you might need for drawing, and something to color with. So it can be colored pencils, it can be markers, but I really suggest that you do it with paint or with watercolors, like I will be doing. So if you're using paint or watercolors, you will also need a cup of water and a paintbrush. Okay, remember we learned about this? It's a brush for painting, so a paintbrush. Now, let's get ready. Get some apron on or something. Change your t-shirt maybe to an old t-shirt, something that you can get dirty if you're going to use paint, because sometimes it can get very messy, right? So ask your family for some help if you need it, and let's go and do it. So for abstract art, shapes and lines are very important, and also color. So we're going to be creating some lines and shapes, and we're going to be coloring it all so it looks very nice. Let's see how I do it. First of all, we're going to take a pencil or a pen or even a black marker, and we're going to draw a squiggly line and make loops with it. So a squiggly line, and we have to make some loops. This is a loop, okay? So it kind of creates a circle or oval shape all around. So we have to create a squiggly line that uses up all of the space in our paper, and we're going to create all of those loops. Yeah? See how I did it? So that's going to be our outline for our drawing. You can outline it now with a black marker, for example, so it looks a bit nicer and neater. It doesn't have to look perfect because after this, we're going to take a rubber and we're going to erase the pencil. So don't worry if you get a little bit out of the lines like I'm doing. See? It's just about tracing the outline. Make sure that you hold down the paper while you're erasing so it doesn't go like this and then you get messed up. So hold down the paper when you're erasing very hard against the table. Okay, now that it's all super clean, we are ready to color. If you decided to do it with markers, I would suggest that you color the circles different colors and the outside of one color or many colors. If you're doing it with paint or water markers, do it any way you like. So you can mix up all of the colors if you like it. You can create different lines or patterns that you want to do it. So let's get crazy because this is abstract art. It's your own way of doing art. So let's see how I do it. To get around the lines, you can use a smaller brush for more precision. I only had this one, but if you use a smaller brush, you might be able to get it more perfect. So as I said, it doesn't need to be because it's abstract. It can be any way. You could even get out of the lines if you like it. I'm sure it will look nice anyway. Like this, look. And then I can mix it up with another color, like orange on the outside. You see? Like this. And then on the outside, I can use some yellow. Like this. And after this, I can change color, for example. You can also use different techniques, like the one we used with the planets, and we can take, for example, a color and make it very watery. Once it's very watery, you can just do this. You could also use one of those techniques like this one. Get a color really watery, make a droplet, and blow. Remember? So let's do it again. A little bit more watery. Let's make a droplet. And blow. Ta-da! That's my abstract drawing. Do you like it? I think it looks very, very abstract and colorful. What does yours look like? Can you please send me a picture or a video of this? I would love to see it. We have to put this painting on a flat surface so it can dry. And once it's dry, you can use it to decorate or you can give it to somebody as a present. But for now, we'll need to take care of everything that got dirty on our table or on ourselves. So now we need to clean the space a little bit with maybe paper or some soap and water. Maybe that's useful, or change your t-shirt if you need it. If in the next painting you're going to still be using paint, you can do that after. I will be using markers, so I will clean the paint now and I will tidy it up. I'll be right back. Now that it's all tidy, we're gonna do the second activity. Do you remember what kind of painting was it? It was realistic painting. So for that, the material we will need is another piece of paper and some coloring utensils. As I said before, you can use colored pencils, you can use markers, you can use paint. Here it's not so important if you use paint or not, but it's also fun to use it. You could also use it. What we are going to do is take one object from our room or from a room in your house, even outside if you have a garden or a balcony. Or you could also take a landscape. So if you look out of your window, you will see maybe a house. You could also draw that. Or even a person. You could say, "Mommy, sit down. I'm going to draw you." So you can draw anything, but it needs to try to be realistic. So for example, you could take this and you could try to draw it on paper, as close as the object as you can. A person or a landscape is a little bit more difficult. So you can try and do it, but it's taking a risk. So let's go ahead and see what I create. So in my room, I have a small plant that I've been keeping for years, and I really love how it looks. It's used as decoration, and I also take care of it. So I decided to use that as my model and color it on a paper. So this is my plant. Now I'm going to take it as a model. I'm going to put it like this because it's pretty long, and draw it and color it on my paper. Let's see. Okay, now that the outline is ready, we're ready to color it. My drawing is ready. Look. Do you think it looks alike? A little bit? Maybe I'll do it again and perfect it another day. I would love to see how yours looks like. What did you draw? Did you draw an object, a landscape, a person, an animal? I want to know, I want to see it. So please send us some pictures and videos, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye bye!